We find Vecna, we end this once and for all, together.
On November 26th.
We have a plan. It's a bit insane. Everyone in?
He knows where we are.
Watch out!
Get ready for one last adventure.
We stay true to ourselves. Stay true to our friends, no matter the cost.
Found you. Stranger Things, the final season, begins November 26th, only on Netflix.
No one should have to choose between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Purina is helping to create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters through the Purple Leash Project, so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
Apparently, you've never owned a boat because you don't understand that the entire point of a boat is to throw away your money because it's a money pit.
This is the plaintiff, Clemente Estrada. He says he and the defendant have been friends for over a decade, and he never in a million years thought they'd end up here in court. He says he bought a boat from the guy, took it out, and got stranded in the ocean for 3 hours. He has since dropped the hunk of junk off at the defendant's house and wants his hard-earned $5,000 back because the defendant cheated him by selling him a bad boat. This is the defendant, Long Hong. He says the plaintiff bought his boat and it's now his. He can't be responsible for every little thing that goes wrong with a boat forever and ever. Boats are a pain in the neck. They take a lot of work, and a sail is a sail. End of story. He's accused of sinking a guy's dreams.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Mr. Estrada, you are suing Mr. Hong for $5,000, the purchase price that you paid for a boat that, according to you, is a lemon. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, the defendant, he said he had a boat for purchase, and
Did you two know each other beforehand?
yes,
You
we
worked together? And you'd known each other for how long?
Close to 12 years.
Oh, wow. Were you also personal friends or just work acquaintances?
I would say that.
Did you socialize as well?
Yes.
Okay. So you find out he has a boat for sale, and what happens? Have you ever owned a boat?
No, I haven't. I never.
Okay. So what happens?
In my life, and he said he was going to give me a good deal. It was valued at like $12,000, and that he was going to give it to me for $5,000.
Okay.
So it was towards the summertime, and I was all excited because never had a boat and I wanted a boat.
Have you ever driven a boat?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So go on.
So I made 3 payments to equivalent to $5,000, and on June was the final payment, and he said like the first week of July that he'd be able to have it done, and we had agreed that
Have what done?
The boat would be ready for me.
Okay. What did he need to do to get the boat ready?
Minor stuff or whatever he said he had to get done with it.
Okay.
So 4th of July, it wasn't done. So, I mean, since he was my coworker and friend, I thought, I'd wait around. So I'd say like the second or third week of July, he was able to bring it, and he dropped it off, but he wasn't able to take me out. He was busy and stuff, but I got impatient. My son's birthday was towards the end of the month.
Why does he have to take you out?
I never driven a boat before, and I asked him.
Why is that his problem? Maybe you should be buying a boat.
Yeah.
All right, or maybe you should take a boat class.
True, I was intending to do that.
But why would the seller have to take you out?
Yeah, he agreed to it.
He agreed to it when and how? He just said, yeah, I'll take you out.
Verbal. I mean,
Okay.
I said, take me out.
And he said, okay. And so he couldn't take you out. He didn't have time, and you got impatient, and you did what?
It was my son's birthday. It was like that Friday, so I said, let's try it out. He said it's running.
Right, but who was going to drive the boat?
I was.
We were just going to go on feel?
Yeah, around the inside the breakwater.
Okay. Okay, how are you going to park the boat and stuff?
You launch it out and stuff. I was able to launch it.
Okay, so there's no parking
that's
really.
as far as I got.
Okay, that's as far as you got because what happened?
It wouldn't start.
Okay.
So I had to put it back on the trailer and stuff. And then my son's a mechanic, so he figured that the starter was bad. So we got a new starter for it, put it in, and then tried again the next time.
Okay.
And then that time, when we were able to go, we passed the Queen Mary, and then the engine overheated.
Okay.
So I was stranded for like 3 hours.
All right, and do you know why the engine overheated? Did you ever take it to a mechanic?
No. When I called him, he told me that it was the impeller.
How does he know what it is?
He works on boats.
Okay.
And it was shot.
And then?
So I got it towed back in. He put it. He was able to put it in.
Oh, he put the impeller in? Okay.
Yes, he did. And then he was. He said that the head gasket was shot or whatever in spark plugs or whatever. So he was going to fix that.
And did he?
No.
Okay.
I got tired of him waiting. He said he was going to come at one time, and he never did come. And then I got tired.
So you took it to a mechanic?
No, I didn't.
Oh, what'd you do instead? You took the boat out?
No, I dropped it off back at his place. I got tired of him.
You did? Oh, wait. You dropped the boat back off at his place?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So he drops a boat back off at your place?
He dropped it off like 3 houses down from my house on my neighbor's house back.
At a neighbor's house? On what? On the swale on a trailer?
Yeah.
And did you call him and say, I want my money back?
Oh, I told him before that.
Did he agree for you to bring back the boat?
No, I told him I want my money back, but
okay, so wait, where's the boat?
The city towed away and it's sitting on the street.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So why boats? Why do boats have so many problems?
It's in the ocean.
Okay, so what is that? What are the implications of it being in the ocean that causes so many problems?
Salt water.
Is it what? It's corrosive?
Corrosive to the engine.
Okay, I'll buy that. What if it's a lake?
It gets rust and it hits the bottom.
I feel like we're playing like the pyramid or something. What is it about a boat? But you know what? The water really is a factor, but boats are notoriously difficult. No, we're going to go inside the courtroom.
Who has the boat? The city in an impound lot?
Yes.
Since when?
Since September 20th.
Oh, no one's ever going to see that boat again because the storage charges will be more than what the boat's worth to take it out.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you just threw away the boat because you're so sure that I'm going to rule in your favor?
No, ma'am.
But why would it be a smart idea to just leave the boat, out on a street like that, and not even at his house, but just literally on the street? And I mean, does it occur to you that the consequences of leaving it on a street may be on you and not on somebody else?
I didn't think of that.
No, because you were so angry. Tell me what is going on with the boat that you sold him.
Yes, Your Honor. Me and Mr. Clemente worked together for a while. We play with each other, every day.
You what?
We play on break time domino and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's like friends. We're good friends.
Got it.
I took him out on my boat one fishing. He loved it. And a couple years later, he said he wanted a boat. And in June, I say I have the boat for sale because it's not the right boat for me. I need the fishing boat. This is a family boat. And he said, okay, sell it to him. I got the other guy at work want to buy it too, but he said he insisted me sell it to him because I know the boat worth like $10,000 to $12,000. I wanted just $5,000 so I can buy my dream boat. And he said, okay, I'll take it. He make a payment. And in
if the
June,
boat's worth 10 to 12, why would you take 5?
Yeah, because I always
it's not really worth 10 to 12, but okay.
Yeah, on internet it was like 10 or 12, but from my opinion, 5 is good enough.
So you sold it to him for 5, and
he make a payment until the end of June.
Okay, and then he eventually pays the whole thing, and then he gets the boat. Was there something wrong with the boat that you knew about beforehand?
Nothing wrong with the boat. I put a new engine, new outright, new battery.
Right. So, Mr. Estrada, what I don't understand is when you buy a used vehicle or vessel, it's an as-is sale. And so when things go, apparently you've never owned a boat because you don't understand that the entire point of a boat is to throw away your money because it's a money pit. But aside from that, how much money had you spent on the boat?
Total? Well,
Yeah, total.
Before buying it?
I'm not talking about in the purchase price of the boat. I mean on repairing the boat. How much had you spent on repairing that boat?
Well, for starters, the starter.
The starter cost you how much, sweetie?
I think a little over $100.
Okay. What else did you spend on repairing that boat?
That was it.
That's it. So you had a $100 tolerance on repairing a boat. And then at that point, you said, why isn't the seller just repairing every problem that pops up? You know what? I'm sick of waiting for him to repair it for free. So what I'm going to do is dump the boat on a street. Good idea or bad idea? Now the boat has been towed by the city. Now, neither one of you have called the city to find out what the impound charges are or to arrange to get the boat or anything else. You, because you don't feel it's your boat, you sold it. And you, because you're angry because you feel like the seller of your boat has to pay for all your repairs in perpetuity. He doesn't. So it was a really bad idea for you to leave it on the road. This is on you, not on him. And I'm not going to order him to refund your money. Verdict's for the defendant.
Well, an as-is sale is the same for a car as it is for a boat. You understand?
Yes.
How angry are you at this point? At your friend or at the verdict or what?
I'm very upset. I didn't sign a pink slip or anything, so.
A pink slip meaning what?
That I bought the boat from him.
Yeah.
And we agreed that I wouldn't sign the pink slip until, he took me out on a maiden voyage.
What would a pink slip how would that have changed things?
That I was going to accept the boat and that it was mine.
Oh, you don't think it's your boat?
I guess so.
Yeah. So how angry are you with your friend over there?
I mean, it is what it is.
You play dominoes with him?
Yeah, I was.
You will?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Right around this way. Okay. All right, put yourself in his shoes. How would you feel?
I feel, if I'm him, I know it's all my fault. Because if I buy the boat, I have to know what to do with it. And
if you're him, you think you would know it's his fault, you mean?
Yeah,
not your fault.
Not my fault. I know if I'm him, it's going to be his fault. Because boat stand for burst out another 1,000, and he got no experience with boat. Doesn't operate the boat before. So we had to learn, take time. He got impatient the way it is. And I try to help him because we work together and we're friends. I even come over and help him without charging him, fixing the outdrive without charging him.
What's the atmosphere going to be like at that next dominoes game between the two of you?
It's going to be okay, I think, yeah.
Harvey?
Here's the deal. If you buy any kind of a vehicle, a boat, a car, whatever, and you don't get a warranty, and if it's used, you basically have no protection. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by eBay. Buying parts for your car? You'll know that will it work feeling. But on eBay, buying parts is different. eBay's free returns means if it doesn't fit, or if it isn't what you expected, you just print a label, drop it off, and get your refund fast. No haggling, no stress, and at least 30 days to return any eligible item. Millions of parts, free returns. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares? I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
These are the plaintiffs, Brian and Ashley Hempel. Brian says the defendant's friend backed her car into his BMW, denting the door. The defendant promised to pay for the damages, has been giving him the royal runaround ever since, and he is sick and tired of chasing her for his money. So they're suing for the $2,629.41, the cost of a new door. This is the defendant, Michelle Nelson. She says Ashley pulled up behind her friend Tiffany as she was backing out and had no idea another car was parked behind her. It wasn't even a legal parking spot, and no one would expect a car to be there in the first place. Any damage that occurred to the plaintiff's car is their fault, and she's not paying. She's accused of not looking behind her.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiffs say the defendants backed into their BMW, and now the defendant won't pay. But the defendant says the plaintiff snuck up on her car, so tough. It's the case of Beamer. He hardly knew her.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Okay, Brian Hempel and Ashley Hempel, you are suing Michelle Nelson. You're the owner of the car for $2,629.41 because a car that she owns is being driven by her friend, and the friend negligently drove into you, according to you. All right, tell me what happened. Come on up here to this sketch and let me know if this helps you out. You got to talk? What happened?
Okay, well, I was parked here facing the street, and I basically texted...
Are there parking spaces there?
No, it's in the driveway. It's like...
Okay, there are no painted stripes on the ground?
No.
No, it's just a big, what, concrete area?
Or gravel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your car was the blue and white one?
Yeah.
Okay, and what happens?
And so I was parked here.
When you parked there, was the other car there already?
Yeah, it was running.
And it was running. Was there somebody in it?
I don't remember.
Okay, and did you not realize when you pulled in that you would be blocking her moving?
Well, I was waiting for my friend to come outside.
All right, and what happens?
And then they started to back up, and I didn't have enough time to react, so I slammed on my horn, but then it was too late, and they smashed into the driver's side of the door.
Okay. Did the person get out of the car?
Yes.
And did she say anything?
Yeah, and I got out too.
What'd she say?
Well, she seemed upset. She said the F word, and she went inside and got my friend's
She didn't say anything else to you?
Well, she said sorry.
Okay. Did anybody talk about what had just happened, or that's it?
No, everyone was just in shock.
Okay, so she goes inside.
And gets her friend, which is my friend's mom.
Which is Michelle.
Yes.
Nelson, right?
Yes.
You're the owner of the car, but you weren't out there when this happened. Who's the driver of the car? Tiffany, can you stand up, please? Okay, so go on.
So then I called my dad right away and let him know what happened.
How old are you?
17.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
And
what were you doing there?
I was picking up my friend for school.
Okay. And are you allowed in your state to drive other minors?
No.
Not really, huh?
No.
Okay. And so your friend is her daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Is she still your friend?
Not really.
Oh, that's a shame. How long were you guys friends?
Like a little over a year.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead and go back there a second. I'll be back with you in a moment. Tiffany, can I have you come on up and tell me your version?
She has it a little bit backwards.
Okay, hold on. Wait until you get there because you're not mic'd until you get there.
It's totally backwards. This is the house. This is the driveway. This is the street. This is Route 80 where we live, or Michelle lives. I was just here staying over. This right here would be the first parking spot, or I guess technically this one would be. Where she would drive would be into the house. Me and Madison, her daughter, had come outside to bring. I brought Madison to school.
Another daughter?
The other daughter, the one that's here with us today.
Okay.
I brought Madison to school that morning. She was late, so I jumped in the car, warmed up the car. There was absolutely no one behind us. I don't know if
Was your car facing the way you put it?
No, I'm backing out. This is my car in the parking spot. There's 1, 2, 3, 5 parking spots.
Are there stripes on the ground?
No.
It's all ground.
I don't think there are.
Okay.
There's no stripes. It's designated parking. There was another car.
I think it's worn out stripes.
Yeah, I think there used to be at some point, but there was other cars right here. There was another car here, and I believe another car here at this point, but there were still 2 extra parking spots over here because there is a downstairs neighbor and a neighbor. He has 2 vehicles, so it's a pretty large parking lot. But this is right here is the main road. This is our parking spot right here. Whereas when me and Madison walked downstairs to leave, and get in the car, there was absolutely no one in the yard. There was no one around at all. And even when I went to back up, she has a rear camera in her car.
Who does?
Michelle, the car that I was driving. It's a Lexus Jeep. It has like a rear view camera. So when you put the car into reverse, it beeps if there's something behind you, and you can see what's behind you. If there's children.
Does your camera beep?
Even if there's a person, if there's a person walking.
Yeah, it beeps
anything.
if there's something behind you or if there's something obstructing you for you to reverse. There was nothing behind me when I backed up. There's absolutely no one there. So I don't know if she had pulled in and was over here.
Wait. So show me how the accident happened.
I backed up and it was kind of like that. I don't know.
Stop. The house.
Yeah.
She said this is how the accident
absolutely
happened.
wrong.
And you're saying this is how the cars were. Stop.
Absolutely.
Were you were in the car, right? Come on up. Do you remember how the cars were? I don't want to put you on the spot. If you don't remember, don't just say what you want to, don't just say something to help people. I want to know exactly if you remember the position of the cars.
Yeah.
Was it like this or was it like this?
It was the other way around.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Did anybody take pictures with their phones? Do you have a phone that takes pictures?
I do.
Do you have a phone that takes pictures? Do you have a phone that takes pictures? Do you have a phone that takes pictures? Pictures are not just for selfies. They're also for evidence.
This is the way
Did the police come? No.
No, they decided not to call the police.
Well, I know. They say you decided not to call, but you say they decided not to call the police. This is why you always call the police. Because everybody changes their tune, and if the police being there can mark the cars on the sketch how it goes, the police being there can take statements before everybody regroups and decides that, oh, this is going to be a big repair, forget that. It's crazy not to call the police. I understand if all the situations, this is the one I would understand more because everybody's friends, but every time that I hear, no, we didn't wait for the police, it would take too long. Really? You got something better to do? Because now you're taking like a whole day to be in court.
Absolutely.
All right. Go ahead and go back, please. Let me hear from Dad.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Oh, you don't have to switch. We have two microphones. Get back where you were.
When I got the phone call from my daughter about the accident, naturally I was upset. Then Michelle got on the phone and she asked me not to call the police. She said, please don't call the police. I don't have insurance on the vehicle.
Do you have insurance on the vehicle?
I do.
Who's your insurance?
Progressive.
Your Honor, in a police
report. Give me your account number. I want to know. Yeah.
Yes.
You have a police report?
In the police report, she states to the officer.
I did not. I have it now. I did not have it.
You think I'm asking you if you have it now? I'm asking you if that's true.
Yes.
So you didn't have insurance, so you're probably the one who said don't call the police because you're the one with something to hide.
He called, and her mother came too.
Why would you guys not call the police?
Because her and my daughter were friends, and when she got on the phone, she asked me, she goes, please don't call the police. I don't have insurance. I'm going to pay you.
Michelle told you. What do you mean that's ridiculous? She just admitted to it.
She had no insurance, but she did not say that.
Stop. She told them, I have no insurance, please don't call the police.
Absolutely not.
Really?
They did not know until the cops came.
How did they know that you had no insurance?
She was a minor and she wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
How does she? You're right. She's got something to hide too. But
that was why
she could be there.
She was going to lose her license.
Stop. I don't think you're a fast talker. That doesn't make you right. Stop. She can be wherever she wants. The fact that she's a minor doesn't mean she can't be there. She's not supposed to have. She's not supposed to be driving another minor.
My friend wasn't even in the car.
I know she wasn't. She was going to be. That's what I think she's referring to.
This is what happened. I was sleeping. I got up, went outside, checked if everyone was all right. Ashley, she said she was going to get in trouble. She wasn't supposed to be there. She wasn't supposed to have anybody in the car. And she was crying. She was hysterical. Her mother had to come and calm her down. I mean, she was really upset.
If the mother went and she saw the position of the cars, why isn't the mother here? She would be a very handy witness.
Okay.
There was a lot of people there. And they didn't know about the insurance until
one person pulled out
until the cops came.
Did the cops come?
No, Your Honor.
The cops came about 3 weeks later.
Oh.
No, a week.
All right, so I guess I'm not looking for a sketch then.
Your Honor,
Stop talking. Go ahead.
After numerous text messages and phone calls after she agreed to pay me, she wasn't responding to my text message. She wasn't responding to my phone calls.
Stop. Do you have any evidence that she agreed to pay you?
In a text message, I have a text message from her stating, I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you. I'm losing a friend over this.
I saw that text message. She doesn't agree to pay you there.
Okay.
You said numerous text messages where she agreed to pay me. Show me one of them. That'd be great. That's kind of, taking the blame and, maybe the tune she's singing now is false. Okay. Show me that. You just said you had that. Do you have it?
Okay, so the defendant didn't have insurance, and they're fighting over who's at fault. Is the fact that the defendant Not having insurance, is that relevant in deciding who was at fault?
No, insurance doesn't make me a good or bad driver. It just makes me a driver.
But doesn't it make you a little bit of an irresponsible driver? What do you think? You're nodding yes.
Yeah, I think if you know that you're supposed to have insurance, it's not legal to drive without insurance.
That's a true statement. But the question is it relevant in deciding who caused the accident?
It's not relevant. They could have just, gotten a job, just been able to afford insurance. There could be a lot of different factors.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
Read the text message.
It says, I'm sorry for texting you so late. I haven't gotten back to you because Tiffany Reed has not gotten in touch with me since Friday. She is ignoring me, and she usually stays at my house Wednesday through Friday, but never showed up here like she usually does every week. I called the police to talk to them about the situation. Just let me know how you would like to proceed. I will be home all day tomorrow. Again, sorry for the inconvenience. I lost a childhood friend over something that could have been fixed very easily.
Right. How is any of that accepting blame for the causation of the accident? That's just somebody talking to you and saying, okay, what are we going to do now?
Okay.
And trying to be civilized. There's nothing inculpatory.
If you look at the police report, Your Honor, flip to the second page and read down there where it states that
while at the scene during a face-to-face interview on November 4th, Nelson told this officer both her and Reed agreed to pay Impel for all damages to her BMW. According to the police officer, you both agreed to pay.
Absolutely not.
What happened was
the cop's a liar too?
No, we did tell them.
I wasn't even there for any of that.
No. The cop says she told the cop that the two of you agreed to pay. The cop's not saying you said it. The cop says she. I told them that Tiffany and I would pay.
I told them that I did talk to Mr. Hempel and Tiffany, trying to figure out an agreement that could help each other out because I didn't know what to do.
While at the scene, Nelson said she does not have insurance on her Lexus and has no money available to pay for the collision damage caused by her friend. This officer has attempted numerous times to contact Reed, that would be you, Tiffany, via cell phone, but she refuses to answer her cell phone or return my call. And your explanation for why the officer says all this is what?
Because I was in the middle. They got into an accident. I was trying to have my daughter not lose a friend.
That you and Tiffany agreed to pay for it?
I didn't talk to Tiffany. I said that
Did you tell the cops that both you and Tiffany agreed to pay for it?
I said I was trying to find a situation, resolve it. Absolutely, I did.
No. Why would you do that if the accident was her fault? If she hit your car? If she hits your car because she is driving in while she's pulling out, because according to you it happens because you're pulling out and she's driving in.
I have pictures.
Why would you agree to pay for it? Makes no sense. The only reason you'd agree to pay for it is if you felt that the fault was on that side of the table.
I didn't know which way to turn.
Why would you not know which way to turn? You're out there that morning. You claim that it happens a certain way. You're standing totally by Tiffany now.
I didn't know the law.
What do you mean the law? If you come out and somebody tells you I was backing out and she pulled in while I was backing out, she didn't say, you know that it's not Tiffany's fault. I just said I tried to rectify it between everybody. I couldn't get in touch with either party. I didn't know what to do. I know what you're talking about. Both parties are standing out there when you wake up and come out.
Her father wasn't there.
No,
the mother was there.
She are standing out there. According to her, you said, please don't call the cops, I don't have insurance. According to the police report, you happen to not have insurance.
Absolutely.
According to the officer, you took responsibility to pay for the damages, which is consistent with guilt. It's consistent with, people don't say, hey, it wasn't our fault, and then say, but we'll pay for it anyway.
That's exactly what I said from the very beginning, that I was not responsible for this accident. I was the one who was driving.
According to you, that's not what she was saying at the scene, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, what was she saying at the scene?
I said, are you okay? But yeah, are you okay? You were hysterically freaking crying. Of course I'm going to see if you're all right.
Okay.
But it was not
based on everything that I've seen, no, we're done. I have enough evidence. I'm sorry for you that you didn't have insurance at the time. That's going to cost you. So can I see
Here's a photograph of the damage, Your Honor.
The body damage estimates. That's what I want.
And this also shows.
Did you get more than one estimate or just one?
Did you want to?
Just
Did you get more than one estimate or just
one? Just the one, Your Honor. He's been my body guy that's worked on my vehicle before.
See, and this shows it was paid.
And you already had the work done?
Oh, it was done. It was in the body shop a week later.
Okay. I rule in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $2,629.41.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Both sides,
Well, the defendant's out of the courtroom on the losing end of this case. What's your take on the verdict here?
I can't believe he lied on TV in front of a judge.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. She was not supposed to be there in the first place. They didn't want to call the insurance, and it's their fault.
What about the state of this lifetime friendship now?
It's gonna resolve. I don't.
Yeah,
think my sister.
That's up to.
I don't think my sister's gonna have friends like with her. I don't.
Really, you don't want them as around?
I don't know.
It's none of my business. I don't know. All I know it's her fault.
Okay, right down there. All right, step on in here, and you got every cent you sued for.
Yes, very happy with the decision. Yes, my daughter was not supposed to be picking up a friend, and she was wrong for that, but they did back into the car, or agreed to pay for it by not calling the police, and then they just ignored my messages.
And so what punishment did you deal out?
Well, she'll never be driving my car again, that's for sure.
You got another car to drive?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, she doesn't care. What about the friend?
I don't know what's going to happen.
It's a shame because they were very good friends, and I said to the mother, too.
It's your friend. I want to hear from her.
Yes, it's my friend.
Yeah. What about your friend?
I don't know what's going to happen.
You want her for a friend?
Well, maybe we'll be civil, but not like we used to be.
All right, okay. Harvey?
I got to reinforce what the judge said. If you get in a car accident, before you move the car, take pictures of exactly where the damage is, where the impact was. Once you move the car, it's going to be real difficult to figure out who did what. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
In Walmart's Huluville, everyone ready their cart. Amazing Black Friday deals are about to start. Online and in the app, such great deals to explore. Everything you love from tech, toys, and more. The days to save and the ones to remember. It's only the 25th to the 30th of November. Set your alarms. Don't miss out. These deals are epic, without a doubt. The Who's are all ready, but are you? Walmart Black Friday deals await. Who knew?
This is the plaintiff, Lawrence Dellicker. He says he rented an apartment from the defendant, and she would shut the furnace off to save money, forget to turn it back on, and there'd never be any hot water for him to take a shower. He ended up calling the town on her, moved out, and now she won't return the security deposit he gave her when he moved in. So he's suing for the $1,400 he's owed. This is the defendant, Dawn Hunt. She says the plaintiff was one of the worst tenants she's ever had, and she's so happy to be rid of him. The guy called the town on her because she ran out of oil one day by accident. He didn't pay rent the last month he was there, and she surely doesn't owe this guy a penny. She's accused of lousy landlording.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff rented an apartment from the defendant and says the defendant actually turned the furnace off because she was cheap. But the defendant says the plaintiff was a nightmare. It's the case of the heat is on.
Okay. Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Lawrence Dellicker, you are suing your former landlord, Dawn Hunt, for $1,400, double your security deposit because according to you, she wrongfully withheld it. You are holding it because, according to you, he didn't pay November rent and was there the first days of November. Tell me what's going on.
Well, what's going on, Your Honor, is I moved in October of 2012, and the heat was on all winter, so hence the hot water was on all winter, so I had no idea that my landlord would be making adjustments in the hot water later in the summer when the heat was off. She had a tenant that was living upstairs, and she told me that he was turning on the heat late in April, and she didn't like it, so she shut the heat off on him at night, and then she'd forget to turn it back on in the morning. So my cold shower started April or May.
Because the heat in the apartment is linked to the hot water?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So then what was she doing?
She would shut off the furnace so that the hot water wouldn't heat.
Okay.
Because the furnace heated the hot water. She'd shut off the furnace in retaliation against him, and I'd end up not getting a hot shower. Well, after he vacated, she'd continue to play that game with the furnace and forget to turn the hot water back on.
What were you doing that for? In order to save money?
To economize.
But don't you spend more money heating that same water over and over that doesn't get...
Not with the water heater I have. It's a huge water heater, and usually it would last for a day and a half.
Yeah, but the guy's entitled to have a hot shower without consulting you on the time.
I apologize to him many times. I totally agree.
Yeah, but you did it for how long?
through the summer.
Okay. You can't do that.
I know that now.
Well, but you should have known it then. Like, what would make you think that the man who's paying rent is going to agree to pay the same rent but have to check with you before a hot shower?
No, I didn't think that.
You kind of did.
I tried to turn it on for him before he came home from work all the time. Sometimes I forgot. It got away from me.
Sometimes he had the nerve to come home from work at different times.
He did.
It's terrible. It's not up to you. All right. So then you end up, she says, oh, I apologize. But in reality, you brought it to her attention multiple times.
Multiple times, Your Honor. When I paid my rent in August, I told her that the next time it happened, I wouldn't be calling her. I would be calling the town because she'd be violating the regulations, the housing regulations. I ended up having to call the town in September. Over 3 or 4 days, I wasn't getting hot water for showers towards the 21st, 24th, 25th of September. So I called the town, and the housing code enforcement officer came out. He talked to the defendant, and he told me that he advised her. Well, I continued not to get hot water for showers after he came out, and so he ended up
So you called him again.
I called him again. He came out and he posted a notice on the front and the back doors of all the units on the property. If I could present that.
How many units are there on the property?
There's
Just the 2? 3?
There's 3. And he gave her a letter.
Notice, this dwelling unit has not been certified as meeting minimum code requirements. Its use and occupancy is prohibited. Okay. What'd you do? Get mad at him for calling the city?
No, I just told him that his lease was up in December, and I kind of hinted I'd like him to leave. We weren't getting along, obviously.
Okay.
At the end of his lease.
All right.
And,
when did you leave?
I left on November 2nd, which was a Saturday.
Did you pay October?
I indicated that she should take the last month rent.
Because at the beginning of the tenancy, you paid first, last, and security?
That's correct. So I said, take the last month.
So that paid for October, but why'd you leave November 2nd?
Because that was the weekend. I couldn't lose any time from work. She forced me to have to leave the premises because she couldn't provide it in a habitable condition. The town was telling me I shouldn't be occupying
When did these notices get posted?
They got posted around the 15th to the 18th of October.
Is that accurate on the date that, does anybody have the letter from the city that says when they got posted?
I have a letter dated October 1st, which notified her of the violations.
Right, so we know it was after that. What date,
Right.
do you have anything from the county or city telling you?
I do, but then they dropped it. I haven't heard anything from them.
No, but do you
since.
have the paperwork? The paperwork still exists.
I didn't bring it with me, no.
You didn't bring it with you? All right, so would it be accurate that it was mid-October?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sounds right.
So your premise is that you should be able to move on the weekend and not get out October 31st because what?
Well, Your Honor, she put me
in other words, I understand, but you paid for October.
I did.
And it's not a question of, hey, he broke his lease, because clearly you have a right to get out. The question is, do you have to pay for November, which typically you do when you go one day into November, you have to pay for November.
Understood, Your Honor, but when you don't have a habitable apartment, then the landlord...
Yeah, but you're not, okay, if it's not habitable, that's not why you had to stay a few days, because you couldn't live there. That doesn't make any sense. You stayed a few days because it was convenient, because it was a weekend.
But a landlord cannot collect rent on the premises with all the violations. This letter from the town indicates that.
When did the, that's a good point, when did the county drop everything? County, city, village, whatever it is you guys have, drop everything?
Right after he left.
No, I need to see proof of when they dropped everything.
Well, I don't have a letter or anything saying they did. I just haven't heard anything from them since.
Oh.
So can a landlord turn the heat off when the tenant is at work? Is that acceptable?
I think that the tenant owns the apartment full-time, so...
The tenant's renting, but he does rent full-time. What do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because the tenant has a right to heat whenever...
But do you have a right to heat when you're not there?
Absolutely. Whether or not I am there, I pay the rent for the full time I'm there, so I should have whatever I want on.
That's a good point. That's a good point, going inside the courtroom.
Show me what you've got, because there may still be something going on.
This is a letter from the town. He told me that she would not be allowed to re-rent it unless
until you get a certificate. Oh, wait, you don't even have a certificate of occupancy originally.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Oh, wait, okay. So you can't keep anything for rent if you aren't supposed to be collecting rent to begin with. You don't have a CO for the place.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Well, I didn't
You
know
are
that.
the worst landlord. You have no knowledge knowledge about it. You're adorable, but you have no knowledge of anything of what you're supposed to do.
Well,
Come on.
I'm out of work. I was renting an apartment in my home just to be able to survive.
Except for that, there's certain minimum standards that the city requires you to have, and for good reason, because otherwise you might do things like, I don't know, making sure there's no hot water so you can save a few shekels. The whole thing is like crazy. All right. Now let us look at the double the security deposit law. And because unfortunately for you, you have one of those states that is really kind of pro-tenant, and they want you to do what you're supposed to do and cross every T and dot every I, or else. Did you notify her of a new address for you?
I did, Your Honor. I sent a regular mail letter with a return address on the envelope, and I also sent the same letter certified mail, and I have a copy, actually the original certified mail that I sent to her.
That she did not pick up, you mean?
Which she did not pick up.
Okay.
It got returned to me.
I just want to see, do you actually in the letter tell her your new address, or you're saying
Yes, I
she
do.
should have deduced it from?
No. I just tell her about my new address.
Okay. Did you ever send a letter to him?
Yes, I did.
And you sent it to him when?
At the end of December.
So no matter what, you're past the 30 days.
Correct.
Well, can I open your mail?
It's mine.
I don't want to violate a federal law by accident while we're standing here with witnesses and everything. Yeah, it's actually a letter. Even this is the worst part. The guy's notifying you of what your responsibility is. By law, you must return my security within 30 days of receiving this letter. Please mail it to me at this address. And then you did what with this? Just ignore him?
Well, I've had 3 from him, 2 on the door and that one, and I knew what it said, so I didn't bother going to pick it up. I knew what he was telling me.
My point is, he's even telling you, hey, heads up, law says X. What'd you do with that? Use it as a doily for your beer? I mean, what lady, you've got problems, and your problems stem from your own doing.
Yes,
you're not
indeed.
supposed to be renting the place, so you certainly can't keep the money for rent. You're supposed to be sending a notice within 30 days to the address that he clearly, you admit, notified you.
Which I had, and I did.
Right, but you send it on the 24th, which is beyond his vacating the premises, as you well know. Do you send it to, what address did you send it to? Did you send it to the new address?
The address he gave me.
Oh, you did send it to the address he gave you? Mm-hmm. Okay. I thought you had also sent it to the old address. All right, but still, you kind of have my hands tied here. I mean, you're like the classic example of why it is that the state of Connecticut says, if you mess with this, if you don't pay attention, if you're cavalier about it, you're going to pay double. So don't mess with it and pay attention. Mm-hmm. You're exactly the reason why they created the statute. $1,400 verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sure she has a copy.
Well, let's meet up close and personal. The landlord, the judge, almost called the worst landlord ever.
Apparently.
You kind of take it all with a grain of salt here, it seems like.
Yes, I do.
It's a joke. It's not funny, though, if you're the tenant.
I guess it isn't. I'm just glad it's over with, that's all.
It's over. And so how did you like your career as a landlord?
I hate it, obviously. Thanks.
She couldn't get out of here fast enough.
I get that.
I wonder why.
Well, she has rules in her head, and that's the way she operates, regardless of whatever the rules are for her responsibilities to be a good landlord.
What was your thinking when you moved in there in the first place?
Well, I didn't do a psychological profile. I mean, she seemed nice enough at the beginning, and she was probably nice because she wanted a tenant because she needed the money.
Mm. A few cold showers?
Yeah, go down to the community center, take a shower. In the meantime, she turns the furnace on, it's heating up. It's no good to me when I need to leave.
Harvey?
There are certain things that are sacred in leases, and one of them is the landlord is responsible for providing heat, period. The landlord has to provide heat. If the landlord does not provide heat under the lease and refuses to do so, tenants under the law in every state, tenants are allowed to ultimately break the lease and get the unused portion of their security back.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.